So, Bidoof, my favorite Pokemon of all time, and in fact, I've already made a couple videos about this incredibly powerful beaver. However, Pokemon Pocket sort of recently released a new promo set, and with it, a promo card of Bidoof that can actually deal damage. Now, on the outside, it may look like a trash card, as 2 energy for only 30 damage is pretty bad. But all I see is a challenge ready to be beaten by one of the best Pokemon of all time. And what is that challenge, you may ask? Well, I decided to try to win a match in Pokemon Pocket only using Bidoof, a feat that currently hasn't been accomplished the entire history of the world. At least, maybe, probably, I wouldn't fact check me on that. I was actually inspired to do this challenge the other day when a Bidoof was in a pack that I pulled a gold Pokeball out of. Yes, that's right, I'm flexing. Anyways, here's the deck list. 2 Bidoof, one of the old ones and one of the new ones, and 18 trainers. Pretty simple, you can't go wrong. Now, going into this, I knew Bidoof's path to victory wasn't going to be easy, but I wasn't going to shy away from a challenge, so I jumped into my first match. But right away, I could tell it was going to be a slaughter. Not only does my opponent get to attack first, but also gets to evolve first, because unlike most Pokemon out there, Bidoof doesn't evolve because he is perfect the way he is. Bidoof takes damage from Kirlia, but is able to attack right back for 40 with Super Fang. However, that's all Bidoof can do as my opponent evolves into Gallade, absolutely crushing Bidoof in one hit. So Bidoof is too frail to take any real damage, is a slow attacker, and at best does around 70 or 80 damage. Now, a regular, boring, weaker person might switch to a strategy like using Grafaiai on the bench to poison the opponent and change the rules to say only attack with Bidoof. But I'm just simply built different and jump into another match where Bidoof manages to get the opposing Kakuna down to 30 HP with Super Fang and Rocky Helmet, but gets one-shot the next turn by Beedrill. And against Big Daddy 888, it's about the same as Bidoof deals little damage but gets one shot on the next turn. Now match 3 is where some of my lost hope gets rekindled as we come to our first milestone of the challenge, Bidoof's first kill. With the awesome combination of Rocky Helmet, stalling with heals, and a little bit of headbutt damage, Bidoof is able to take out Clefable, getting me my first point and Bidoof his first kill of the challenge. But I can't get too excited as Bidoof is annihilated by Jinx on the next turn. Now this is where everything changes. This next match against Aizawa. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but either way, you are an absolute legend. This match starts the same with Bidoof taking damage, but because my opponent starts with Electric Squirrel, Bidoof actually for once has the damage advantage. And with the lucky coin flip, Team Rocket Grunt discards an energy, making my opponent unable to retreat into Manectric, so after a couple of turns, Bidoof is able to take down the Electric Squirrel. Now, if you look at what Pokemon my opponent has, you can most likely predict that I'm probably going to lose. But since my opponent is an absolute legend who exits the game, and after a probably wasted hour of my life, I can officially say that I want a match in Pokemon Pocket only using Bidoof. Welcome to the end of the video. I just want to say, if you enjoyed the video, consider liking the video and subscribing, as it really maybe might help me out or something. I don't know. Anyways, have a great rest of your day. Peace.